Joe, what is it about these games and this rivalry that always comes down to the wire?
It's usually two great teams that, give it their all. So that's usually a recipe for a pretty good game.
What do you think was the main reason why you were able to get the passing game going on the level that you were today?
We felt good about the game plan. I was seeing it well. We were protecting. Just didn't do enough to get it done.
How frustrating is this loss maybe compared to some of the other ones you've had in your group?
As frustrating as I've had.
Why?
I'm going to have to kind of think about that one a couple days, and you might have to ask me that again on Wednesday.
Can you tell us a little bit of what happened on the field with Jamar Chase when you were holding him back from the ref?
I'm not really sure. I was just trying to de-escalate the situation.
Do you know what made him upset?
There's something said that I'm not exactly sure what it was, but you'll have to ask him.
Joe, what Andre did today and with the tight ends, how much you guys lean into them? How much can that continue to help you guys evolve offensively?
Yeah, we're going to need those guys, especially the way teams are going to play us. We need those guys to come up big in these situations, and for the most part they did.
After missing the time you did, how did it feel to be back in the fight in that kind of moment against a team you like going up against?
Yeah, it's nice being back playing ball, but this one stings a little bit.
That drive, the fourth three drive, he had he get out of the sack, you got the third one conversion. It looked like the work in the gym kind of paid off for you in that drive.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Is this the best you felt throwing the ball in, going back to whenever, is this the best you felt throwing the ball in a while?
Since the injury, yeah.
What's that? Why did it? Can you walk us through what it feels like when you are feeling good and you do have a lot of confidence in throwing? How does that kind of translate to how you play in the game?
Yeah, I thought I played fast and decisive today. Obviously, got to hold on to the ball. That one was disappointing. Gifted him 6 points, so that was frustrating. Yeah.
Are you hopeful that your performance today, obviously I'm sure you never doubted yourself, but do you feel like you've proven yourself you can do this again, and a high-level game like today can help carry you guys through getting out of another 0-2 start?
We didn't do enough to win the game today, so we got a lot to fix.
Joe, is there any message to the team, to your guys, because you've been in this spot before, you've dug yourself out of it before, what's kind of the message going forward?
You went to the tight ends early and all day. Why?
Yeah, that's kind of how they were playing us and kind of what I expected coming in. We knew they were going to double number one, and so we needed those guys to step up, and they did.
Why do these teams play each other as close as they do? I think every game, going back to that 21 season, have come down to they've basically been exactly like this. Why do these teams play each other so well, and why is there so much passion in this matchup between you guys?
Big-time players making big-time plays. They made more today.
Is the fumble part that sticks with you, or is there something else you're thinking about?
Yeah, there are a couple things. That one obviously really hurt us. So that was frustrating that I put us in that position.
You're obviously not on the field on a 4th and 16, but when that happens, what's going through your mind as you're watching that play with the game on the line?
Somebody got to make a play. Somebody's got to, and they did, and we didn't.
What did y'all make of? I guess a lot of people I think it's the biggest underdog y'all been going back to the 21 game on the books. A lot of people didn't think that y'all had a chance of winning this game. Did that play into kind of what did y'all make of that as y'all went through the week and kind of?
I didn't even know that.
The 4th and 3 to Yoshi. It looked like you were buying some time back there, and we just did he break off his route, or was that what he was doing?
He broke his route off early. That was an unbelievable job by him doing it so quickly, understanding what they were trying to defend and running the route to beat it. So that was a big-time play by him.
He was a target for you in the red zone last year, obviously today as well. What has he done to earn your trust? What have you seen from him?
He's done nothing for me to not trust him. All he does is make plays in big spots and continue to get better and better and practiced really hard and know what he's doing. So he's going to continue to be a big part of what we're doing here.
Hey, Joe, I know you rushed in to kind of make some peace with Jamar when he was talking to the official. What were you thinking in terms of trying to get him back focused on what he needed at that point?
Just trying to de-escalate the situation. Hopefully hoping that I'm not entirely sure what was said or who threw the flag, but usually, that's all I got to say about that.
Is that the most upset you've ever seen Jamar in all the years you've known him? In a game?
It's tough to say, but
Joe, do you hope to see this team again? Do you enjoy these kind of matches? I know it's a loss today.
yeah, we got a lot before we talk about seeing these guys again in the postseason. We got a lot of football to be played and a lot of practicing to do and a lot of improving to go out and do.
To that point, last week you said nobody's panicked. So how would you say the level of urgency from this team is after this game?
Very high. Thanks, guys.
Lose that way, how much of a gut punch is that?
Well, I mean, our team played hard. I'm really proud of the way they fought, and put ourselves in some really good situations in both halves. Defense getting those takeaways was critical. So again, just disappointed that we lost. It's an emotional loss for us, but at the same time, I like where our team's mental state is at right now. How we fought on the road against a really good team. I'm confident that we're going to be able to bounce back the right way and get ourselves in better shape coming into week 3.
How pleased were you to see the way Joe was able to get the tight ends involved today?
Yeah, I just thought our players did a really nice job executing. I thought we had a really good plan for them. I thought they did a great job executing it. I don't know when our first punt came. It was late in the game, I feel like. But there was a lot of good things, and unfortunately, you come up a play short versus a really good team, and I just got to find a way to make one more play than they do.
What was your interpretation of the DPIs, that kind of play?
I mean, it's one of those plays where we may benefit from something like that at some point this season. That's what I told our guys. So, they're calling it like they see it. I thought they called a very fair game, and they saw that as a penalty. So they called a penalty, and our defense still did a great job, not giving them any yards after that. So I was proud of the way that they kept battling, because that's an emotional kick right there on 4th and long. And they came out and they got 3 really good stops, and then they got a good kicker, and he made it. So that's really just what the game comes down to.
The effort you got from your defensive line today, how do you describe that?
Yeah, I mean, relentless. Relentless. That's a prolific offense. And I know they got their chunks in the run game. I thought we did a good job limiting the pass game. Got to kind of pick your poison at times. There's areas we can be better, certainly, but the passion our defense played with, the energy, the relentlessness, the way they took the ball off of them, gave us a really good chance to win the game.
What about the physicalness that Joe played with today?
Yeah, I mean, Joe's our leader, and so moments like this is what he's built for, and that's where he's at his best, and wouldn't expect anything less from him.
A couple of 4th down decisions today. You clearly were going to be aggressive. You were early on. How much was there any hesitancy on either of those, or was that kind of a no-brainer in both those spots?
No-brainer is a tough word to use there. But you just feel like we got to take advantage of those opportunities. And Mike did a great job. I mean, Joe did a great job finding Mike on that first 4th down. The line did an excellent job on the protection on the 4th and goal. We got in a situation, where Drew was getting an IV, and so we're in the goal line, and there's a lot of Drew stuff, and they were playing heavy people, so it was challenging, like it always is down there. And glad that our guys found a way to battle and get that touchdown.
What was Jamar upset about that got the penalty?
You'll have to ask him.
What gave you confidence in Anthony and some high leverage snaps against Kelsey?
He's done a great job in training camp, and so there's always a role for these guys that early on show that it's not too big for them, and so that's what we expect from Dejan, and so again, proud of those young guys for taking advantage of the opportunity.
What is your message to Jamar after a situation like that?
It's okay to be emotional. I'm not in the middle of it. I'm not in the middle of it, so I can't see everything that's said or done. So it's better that I don't comment.
What was your vantage point of Cam Taylor-Britt's interception?
Straight down the sideline, unbelievable. One-handed pick. He was in a great position. He's got incredible ball skills. That's something that's shown up since probably he was in high school playing quarterback, and showed up on his tape in Nebraska. He makes those plays all the time. Had a ton of picks last year, and so that's what we expect from Cam.
What's the biggest difference you saw in Joe's passing game, especially how he?
I mean, so much is made of last week's passing game. It's Joe, we're in great shape, okay? And so Joe played like we expect our passing game to perform.
So Burton came through. I mean, I know you want to give him some snaps. He had a big one.
Yeah, not a lot of opportunities came his way, but he did his job. He made a huge play for us to start that half. And so, proud of the way that he's continued to progress.
After that play, you have 10 plays inside the 23. You get the 4th and goal for a touchdown. Is that a point of growth here early on in the season, that small chunk of plays?
That's just our expectation is, that's how we've always been, a good red zone team that's put the ball in. There's been times where we've got, I think, 20 straight possessions scoring touchdowns in the red zone, over the last couple of years. So our expectation is to get 7 points in there. It didn't always work out that way. In a game like this, that can oftentimes be the difference, holding them to 3 or us getting that touchdown. We knew it was going to come down. I thought our defense did a great job early on, making them kick a field goal. And so, again, there was a lot of things that we did well.
What did you see on the fumble they recovered for a touchdown?
I'll have to watch that one.
I know it's not where you want to be at 0-2, but you take any solace, any confidence in the fact that you have done it the last 2 years and dug out of it?
Yeah, we've been here before, unfortunately. And so we know what this feels like. We know it's a long season. We know we can get ourselves out of it, stick together, get our emotions in check with an extra day this week, come back ready to play a great game in front of our crowd. I expect it to be a great crowd.
Is there anything looking back in hindsight you wish y'all maybe could have done a little bit better given the outcome?
Anytime you're going to play a team that's won 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls, it's going to be a challenge. And not everything's going to be perfect. And you got to be ready to grind out some adversity. And I thought our guys did a great job grinding out some adversity. I didn't think there was ever a time where they just had outstanding momentum. Anytime they got some momentum, I thought the other unit did a good job rising up and taking the pressure off. And so, again, I'm disappointed that we lost the game, but that doesn't mean I'm disappointed with our players and how they played and where we're going to go for a team as we move forward.
Zac, do you have an update on the severity of BJ?
I don't yet. No, we'll find out more tomorrow probably.
How tough is it to lose both your starting defensive tackles for Chuck?
It's not easy. But we got guys that can continue to rise up and got guys around them that have to pick up their play as well to take the pressure off that position. Okay, thank you.